we made it to the weekend. Of course, this week wasn't too bad, though, right? Because, I mean, with it being the holiday, it was kind of a short week. And we're going to have another short week next week, thank goodness, due to New Year's Day. And then after that, we'll be back to the grind for a while, I guess. Tonight, we have a couple of things we're opening up. We're going to do a full case of Absolute Basketball. And we're going to follow that up with a half case of Contenders Football. The Absolute Basketball actually won't take too awfully long tonight, and it's reconfigured. So even though it's a case, there's not a ton of cards in it. So if you are here for football, don't wander too far off, because we'll roll right into Contenders Football when we finish up with Absolute Basketball. Before we take a look at the spreadsheet for that, I do want to bring up one other spreadsheet. Since we are breaking basketball tonight, this is relevant. Working on filling up a 32-box, 4-case break of 2017-18 totally certified basketball. Each team has a fixed price next to it. Shipping is free. It will break when all the teams sell. And guys, I mean, I'm not looking to make money on this. In fact, by the time I pay the shipping and the PayPal fees, I will actually probably lose maybe $100 or so on it. But that's okay. But that also means there's not really flexibility too much in the price. A couple of people have asked me that. And honestly, I took some of the other breaks we've done for Totally Certified to average them out and multiply them up to kind of get to the prices we have. So I'm hoping we can sell a few more of the big teams when we can move maybe the Sixers and the Kings and the Celtics and the Lakers, a handful of the bigger teams. Then I'll start invoicing people, and then we can move forward. And if I have to list some of them on eBay, that's okay. I just would like to get the majority of them out of the way. So if you're interested in one of those teams, please let me know in chat tonight or shoot me a message on eBay and we'll work out the details for that. Again, you're talking about 4 cases. It's 8 boxes per case, so 32 total boxes. Tonight, we're going to start off with some Absolute Basketball. This is a full case break. There's 10 boxes in it. I believe that's right. I haven't opened one yet, but if memory serves, it's a 10-box case. And, of course, our eBay end date was tonight, the 29th. We're live streaming tonight, the 29th, as well. Team names are on the left, winning bidders across from it on the right. And I'll just buzz down through here for a minute and give everyone a chance to see their name in lights across from their team. And that's your opportunity to put a little mojo out in the universe and hope we pull something outstanding for you. You're going to see the focus change right now. I'm removing autofocus. I'm putting the background a little bit out of focus. That is intentional. That's because I like to look at those cards up close. And I don't like all that zooming in and out. It makes me cranky. So I take that feature off before we start. It's kind of the moral of the story. So, yeah, 10 boxes per case. All right, so I was right about that. I thought I was. And, of course, if you have done breaks with me earlier in the week, you've heard me talk about this. If you haven't done a break with me earlier in the week, you may not know this, but Absolute has been reconfigured a little bit from what we are used to seeing. There's kind of, well, there's 2 packs, basically. I think before I called it too many boxes. It's not really too many boxes. It's kind of 2 packs in one master box. But anyway, each one of those packs will have an uncirculated encased card in it. And one in each of the master boxes will be a rookie that's encased. The other one will be a veteran. And then there'll also, of course, somewhere in this case, we'll have the glass. Oh, there are too many boxes. So I was right the first time. Yeah, okay. I thought, yeah, I don't know. We're figuring it out as we go. So we will find 2 autographs and 2 memorabilia cards per master box on average. So basically 1 thing in each of the mini boxes. Of course, you know Panini, and they're on average. That means basically that they can replace one of our hits with a Panini Rewards point card, which they do from time to time. So that's always a possibility. Of course, somewhere in here, they did still keep the redemptions for the glass cards. And if you've never sent away for one of those and gotten one of those, they're really cool. They're basically like an etched crystal glass, whatever type card. And they're really heavy, nice. Of course, they send them in one touches, and I like them. So I often go after Absolute because I enjoy getting those glass cards. And sometimes, if I can't find all the ones I want, I end up having to buy redemptions from people, but I prefer to pull them in breaks. More fun for me, so. But I didn't get in any Absolute breaks tonight. I had a lot going on. Tried to buy into several Contenders breaks. It kept getting outbid, which is no fun. But I think I've got maybe one still left in Sniper, so there's a possibility that one could land while I'm doing this break, so that would make me happy. Everything that we're opening tonight is going to ship on Tuesday, most likely, because you got to remember we have no mail service on Monday. Monday is New Year's Day, so mailman takes a holiday, and so I won't be. I have some stuff going out tomorrow already from a break we did last night, so most likely I really don't think I'll have time to get any of this out tomorrow as well, because of course well, I guess I didn't have my quite sharp enough on my blade there. Being Saturday, post office has a shorter number of hours anyway, so it means that we will be not getting as much out as we would if it were a weekday. It's kind of hard to not show these right away, isn't it? Because there's one that's encased. You can kind of see it as it comes out there, isn't it? Maybe we should just do these one little box at a time. I was trying to set them up so we could do a little run of them, but yet, yeah, they kind of reveal themselves as we go, so maybe we will just do them one at a time. Well, after we get these out anyway. So I think I'm going to like this new configuration. Of course, as with any change, it'll take me a little while to get used to it, but I'm always in favor of fewer base cards if it means better hits. And in this particular case, if we have uncirculated cards, which these are, and a one-touch, I think that's preferable to just random base cards. Icasa777, hi, how are you? I see you there in chat. Guys, if you are logged in, if you're not logged in, that's probably why I can't see chat. So if you hear me conversing with people in chat and you're thinking, I don't see anybody chatting, that might be why. So if you're not logged in and you want to see chat or participate in chat, that's the way to do it. Just log in. The Game 20, how are you? Cold and snowy, Indy. I know, it's cold and snowy everywhere these days. We're starting off with a memorabilia, a relic. Good grief, can I speak? A relic card to 199 for the Blazers with Evan Turner. And right off the bat, the Lakers are pretty happy because that's Lonzo and it's to 25. You got the nice two-color piece of jersey, piece of the ball, and then a white piece of fabric. It's a sticker auto, tools of the trade to 25, and the Lakers are off to an outstanding start. A little bit of wear on the corners and edges. You can probably see it. It's reflected as the little white spots, and, you know, there's definitely some on each of these corners and along the edges, but that's going to be true of virtually everything we pull out of here tonight, so that is one of the hazards of Absolute. For some reason, it seems like the edges of this series always come out imperfect. Caleb Swanigan for the Blazers to 199. Piece of the basketball. Piece of the basketball along with a signature. How about some Luke Kennard for the Pistons? That is numbered to 99. Sticker as well. And once again, I mean, just expect kind of all of these guys to have a little bit of edge and corner stuff. That's just how it's going to roll, I think. Let's take a look at one of our uncirculated cards. This one, Willie Cauley-Stein. And once again, out of each box, we'll pull either a rookie or a veteran, completely uncirculated and put in this little case. Of course, it would have to be uncirculated, right? Because we're just opening it for the first time. But whatever. That's how they describe it. So that's how I'm going to describe it. James Harden for the Rockets on this one. And that one's numbered to 7. So nice low number hit for the Rockets on top of that. Number 7 of 7. Not going to go too wrong there. And while we're at it, let's just get all of them. Let's get all of our uncirculated cards and look at them right in a row. Then we'll open our little packs and there will be. Nerlens Noel for the Mavericks. How about Lonzo Ball for the Lakers, who have already had a nice hit with the Lakers? Now you can have a nice uncirculated Lonzo rookie card as well. With an updated picture, it looks like, because has his haircut in that picture. And some of the other pictures he didn't yet. A Wendu, Wesley for the Magic. Steven Adams, Thunder. Luke Kennard for the Pistons. Jarrett Allen for the Nets. And little Blake Griffin for the Clippers. Now we'll go back and get into some of our packs. Looks like they're going to have something else for Lonzo in here. So the Lakers are probably going to get their money's worth. Seems like it anyway, doesn't it? So far. So far, so good. I figure we'll just go ahead and get a handful of these out of here, and then we can take a look at them once we get a little stack going. I don't know why I struggle with this particular wrapper. It's no different than any other one, I don't guess. Maybe a little thinner or something, a little different consistency maybe, but it doesn't seem to want to open down the seam quite as well as wrappers normally do. Ooh, I think I see our case hit already. I see a little redemption there. It might or might not be our case hit. I guess we could have other redemptions in here too, but let's see what we've got. Tyler Lydon to 199 for the Nuggets with that relic. Juwan Evans for the Clippers to 149. Sticker auto, 2 pieces of fabric and 1 piece of the basketball. And just like all the others, you can see some little white around those edges and corners. So imperfect, all of them. Justin Patton for the T-Wolves to 199. Of course, I'm pretty picky about mine too. Some other people might, you know, I've seen people sell them with edge wear worse than what these have and say that they're mint. So I guess it's in the eye of the beholder. But to me, when you see those little white pieces on these corners and edges, to me, that's not mint. But anyway, Bam Adebayo to 99 for the Miami Heat. My UK Wildcats managed to knock out the Louisville Cardinals today, which was good because our football team was disastrous, but our basketball team was good. Derek White to 199 for the Spurs. Tools of the trade making the Mavericks happy. How about Dennis Smith Jr. to 99? Sticker auto, 2 pieces of fabric, 2 pieces of the basketball. Nice little hit for the Mavericks. So seeing this better for Absolute, this way it's kind of like all hits. We don't have any, because I consider the uncirculated slabbed cards to be hits. So we don't have any of the nasty little base cards to get in our way, really. I like this better. This is to 199, Wilson Chandler for the Nuggets. And Justin Anderson, we're on a roll with Andersons, for the 76ers. That is numbered to 99. The game, do you have teams in here, or are you in contenders? That's up next. How about a little LeBron James fabric? That's always a nice relic to hit. That's to 199 for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Tools of the trade, Zach Collins, numbered 225. Another nice low tools of the trade. That's our second numbered to 25 out of this case. And once again, sticker auto. I think pretty much all these are going to be sticker autos. 2-color fabric on one side, basketball in the middle, and a white piece of fabric on the opposite side. For the Blazers to 199, Al-Farouq Aminu. Oh, the Lakers are crushing it. You've already hit a Lonzo Ball uncirculated. You've hit the Lonzo Ball triple relic tools of the trade. How about another Lonzo Ball? This one is on card and numbered to 99. Yeah, you're liking this break, aren't you, Lakers? And you know what? The Lakers didn't even really sell for as much as they normally do. I mean, they still brought decent money. They're always going to bring decent money, but yeah, Lakers are crushing it right now. Oh, and look who's coming right behind them. The Celtics. Our case hit for the glass card is Jason Tatum. So, of course, we will go to the checklist and verify that. You know I'm a geek that way. You know I do that. But I think we can all agree Jason Tatum is going to be a Celtic on that list. Another one to 25. This is Josh Jackson for the Phoenix Suns. 3-color piece of material. Really nice looking patch there. No autograph, but a nice looking card. I like it. And, Icasa's just watching too. We got a couple of folks just hanging out. Well, cool. I'm glad to have you. Always like having company. Well, let's hope that we get you some Hornets and Hawks. We still got a ways to go, all right? So do not give up on me yet. We'll try and find you some Hornets and some Hawks. Meanwhile, the Lakers are flat out on fire because here comes Rick Fox, numbered to 49. So the Lakers have made their money at least probably a couple times over by this point. So, well, maybe not a couple times over. They've definitely made their money plus some. I haven't checked the prices lately on a couple of those things, so I don't know if it's more than. I don't know if it's double or not. What in the heck? Did I not have the blade out? Like, what am I doing there? Apparently, I need to change my blade. I think that would be the moral of the story is, yes, change your blade because it doesn't appear to be very sharp. Yep, I think that was the message there. So what do you guys think who are in chat? Do you like this configuration better than our older absolute configurations, or am I alone in that? Because, you know, it could just be that I like it better because of the fact that it's less stuff to sort and to ship and all that. But in general, even when I'm buying into breaks, I just like it better when there's more hits and less stuff. The game 20, I agree with you. Let them go buy some lottery tickets. I bought some today, right? Because I saw an article, I don't remember if it was USA Today or what, but there's an article I saw today that said something about how both of the jackpots, one I guess goes tonight, one goes tomorrow night, and they're both a lot of money. I don't remember, 200 or 300 million. So I had to go to the grocery store today, and I just decided, you know what, let's play the lottery. So I bought a couple of just those random quick pick kind of tickets for each of the 2 Mega Millions and Powerball. Is that the other one? I think so. Powerball and Mega Millions. So yeah, maybe I'll be rich the next time you see me, right? I doubt it, but maybe. Maybe. We will see what happens. We will see. But I can tell you this. If I did hit the lottery, we would open a zillion cases of everything that ever came out, or that ever comes out, as it comes out. And I wouldn't care if I lost money or not, because I love to do breaks. I think they're so much fun. And we would just break the heck out of stuff if I won the lottery. I'm just saying. All right, we'll look at our uncirculated first. Jokic for the Nuggets. For the Kings, how about a little De'Aaron Fox rookie? Celtics. How do you say his last name? Ole? I don't know. It's to 7, and it's cool, but I can't pronounce his last name. It doesn't come as a shock to most of you. I saw a stupid rewards point card laying back there. Dirk Nowitzki for the Mavericks. That means one of our hits is replaced with a rewards point card. Nerlens Noel, who I think we saw earlier. Now we see a second uncirculated for him. Donovan Mitchell, uncirculated for the Jazz. That's a nice one. Here comes something for your Hornets. There's a Dwayne Bacon uncirculated rookie. Nola, AD, my man AD. TJ Leaf, Pacers. Clippers, Blake Griffin. So I'm wondering, these are Frank Jackson rookie for Nola. So really, base cards are obviously in short supply in Absolute because you only get 2 per box, 1 veteran and 1 rookie. And they should all grade, well, really, you would think perfectly. I guess in reality, they probably won't grade perfectly, but you would kind of think that they should since they're uncirculated and they're coming in a slab. But the question is, what is the resale going to be for those? I wonder what the market is going to be like, because they're going to have some scarcity to them, I think. Certainly not going to be oodles of them like there have been with other base cards. So, I don't know. Should be interesting. See how it rolls out with that. But so far, I'm happy with the case, and I like the new format. So, and we've got more of it, of course. I think there's maybe some breaking tomorrow night. I'm pretty sure I have it breaking again tomorrow night. And, of course, there'll be some breaking next week. If I don't have more tomorrow night, it would be Monday night. Actually, Monday kind of early evening, because I think I scheduled the breaks all earlier than normal on Monday because of it being New Year's Day. Tyler Lydon to 199 for the Nuggets on our material hit. And Jawan Evans for the Clippers to 149. Sticker auto, triple relic. One of them is a piece of the ball. 2 of them pieces of cloth. A little De'Aaron Fox for the Kings to 199 on that relic. Now your Hornets are heating up. How about some Malik Monk? Another UK guy. Numbered to 99 on card auto. I like it. I like it. I have to get some more sleeves out of there. So see, you were giving up too soon there, Thump. You gave up too soon. We've got plenty of stuff to make you happy as we go along here. Bam Adebayo relic to 199 for the Heat. That definitely, I think everybody can see that white on that corner, right? I mean, that's more noticeable than on some because of the color of the card down there in that corner. So, once again, all of these with a little bit of edge and corner wear on them right out of the pack. T-Wolves, Justin Patton to 99. Gordon Hayward, Celtics to 199. Once again, I can see some edge and corner things, particularly lower right. You probably notice it, or I do anyway. Malik, to me, I got to tell you, Thump, has been hard to hit in general. I have not seen a ton of him being pulled out. And I'm going to do one little thing here because there's something about the camera that's bugging me. I'm going to reset the focus real quick and see if it behaves a little better. I'm like wasn't able to bring them up as close to the camera as I wanted, and I'm going to see if that helps. I think it's about the same, but anyway, it was worth trying. Jerry Stackhouse. Wow, there's an oldie but goodie to 25 for the Detroit Pistons. Little Jerry Stackhouse coming out. That's unexpected. Yeah, I think they just haven't had as much Malik Monk because I've opened a fair amount of basketball, and in general, I do not find a ton of Malik Monk. I don't find a ton of Tatum or De'Aaron. Really, our top rookies have been more elusive, which I guess is really kind of usually the case. That's to 199 for Nurkic, unless it's a rookie that they weren't expecting, you know. This is to 99 with Juwan Howard for the Wizards. Oh, somebody hit 3 autos with Malik, all out of one case of Absolute. Really? That's excellent. That's unusual, but good, I guess. Oh, and LL Breaks got beat out of the Hornets and the Heat. Oh, I'm sorry, man. That's to 199 on the Zach LaVine for the Bulls. And here's the guy whose name I don't pronounce properly. Again, to 149 for the Celtics. And his autograph is kind of interesting because it doesn't really even look like letters. But, I mean, my penmanship is bad, but that one, you can at least usually see maybe 1 or 2 letters in mine. Not as much with Olahe. Is it Olahe? Olahai? Oh, I don't know. Oh, Helahe? Oh, Helahe? Oh, Haley? I really don't know, clearly, for the Celtics. For the Spurs, Derek White to 199. Here come the Phoenix Suns to 99 with a little Josh Jackson on-card auto. Yeah, that is crazy that they hit 3 Malik Monks out of one case. Although we have hit a couple of Lonzos out of this case, so maybe not as crazy as it seems at first. I don't know. Maybe Panini's not randomizing well. That does happen. CJ McCollum to 199 for the Blazers. And guys, if you don't pull anything in this break, like literally nothing, not a no card at all, I will still be sending you something, so you'll still get a package even if you hit nothing, just FYI. Jonathan Isaac for the Magic to 199. I mean, kind of, I would assume out with the number of cards, you would figure that in most breaks, every team's going to get something, but sometimes we may not. That's to 199 on the Rudy Gobert for the Jazz. I definitely see some white down there in that lower corner again. And the Lakers, wow. Lakers with another hit. Eddie Jones to 99 to go with their Rick Fox and all of their Lonzo balls. They are just rolling right on out of here. To 49, Robert Parrish. That's a nice veteran, older, retired, all-star, whatever you want to call it, hit for the Celtics. With a little game-worn material from Robert Parrish to 49. Tools of the trade, Derek White, numbered to 99. For the Spurs. And again, you can see it's hard kind of with the darker color on this to see those edges towards the bottom, but there are some white areas on that where there's some wear on the corners and the edges. That brings us to a De'Aaron Fox to 199. And this is the one I had to flip over a while ago because I saw it laying there and I was like, whew, I don't know how much in focus that is. I better flip that bad boy over. Panini Rewards point card for 250 points replaced one of our hits because Panini likes to make us unhappy. At least make me unhappy. I don't like hitting those. So what we're going to do is go to random. And, well, apparently also what we're going to do is have me hit the camera while I get up because that was helpful. So I'm going to take you along with me here. And actually, let's do one other thing real quick. Anybody that jumped in late, if you're interested in this break, hoping to sell the majority of the least high profile spots, and then whatever's left over we'll put on eBay, and I'd like to break this in the next few days if the spots sell. 32 box, 4 cases, 4 inner cases, 2017-18 totally certified basketball, all the teams, fixed price, but without all the bidding. You just buy it and you know it's yours. Everything includes shipping, and my hope is that we can make this work because I like doing big breaks like that, but it is risky to put them on eBay, so because that represents a lot of money out of my pocket, and I don't want to take a chance on that much money just at the whim of who's going to be bidding on eBay, right? So I'd like to have some of the teams sold out first. So if you would like one of those teams, and I hope some of you do, please give me a shout by way of eBay messages. In case you have forgotten, my eBay username is Fleaburger. Yeah, flea like on an animal, and burger like you eat. Or you can shoot me a message here in chat. So there you see all of the teams that I cut from the spreadsheet, pasted them in here. We're going to hit random one time. Wherever it lands, we'll take that rewards point card, and it goes to the Memphis Grizzlies. So we'll recap real quickly here. I'm not going to recap the uncirculated cards because, I mean, basically, those are, I mean, they're sort of hits, but they're not exactly hits. So unless somebody specifically wants to see those again, I'm not going to recap those. So, here we go. Grizzlies with the Panini Rewards points. Oh, I forgot to do this. We have to do this real quick. Forgot. I mean, we know it's going to be the Celtics, but you also know I'm going to go to the spreadsheet. So let's rock and roll on over here and get that done. And I didn't mean spreadsheet, I meant checklist. And I went to the spreadsheet because I said spreadsheet. I know, it's so nice when your brain doesn't work properly and just engages with your mouth. It really shouldn't. It should have stopped me from doing that, but it did not. So we have to work our way through our happy little drop-down menu here, and we'll get here to find Jason Tatum, just to show that it says Celtics, which there he is, and it says Celtics. That's pretty much what we knew, but now we know for sure. Those are open edition. You know, they're not numbered, these glass cards, but there's really not tons of them out there, particularly for any given player. But anyway, to continue on with our recap, the case hit went to the Celtics. Then we will take a look at our relics. Keeping in mind, if you did not hear me say it earlier, my expectation is this stuff will ship on Tuesday. Once again, there is no mail on Monday because of the holiday. Also, the vast majority of these cards do have some minor kind of edge and corner wear, which is usually represented by seeing little spots of white or things like that where there should be color. This Bam Adebayo is a good example of that if you look in the lower left corner. Some of them more noticeable than others, but the majority of them are going to have something, even if it's relatively minor. So please keep that in mind. They come out of the case that way, and I can't control that. That's the 25 on the nice 3-color patch. If you should happen to want a one-touch case for anything that you pull in this break or really any other break that you do with me, always happy to do that. The typical cost is $3, which covers the cost of the case and the PayPal fees to receive the payment. And the only time that would really be different is if it were a weird size case, you know, like a booklet case or a really super thick one or something that cost me more, then it might be a little bit more. And if for some reason you were buying multiple cases at once, like you had several hits that you wanted to one touch, which would mean you had a really good break, it would be slightly less because I wouldn't have to pay that base PayPal fee on the extra cases, you know, because they charge you a percentage, but then they also charge you a flat transaction fee. So for every thing beyond the first one, I obviously wouldn't have to incur that flat transaction fee. So it would save you a tiny, it's not much, but save you 35, 40 cents, something like that. On, you know, any beyond the first one, I mean. You know what I'm saying. So, of course, after we finish this, we're going to roll right into Contenders football and see what fabulous stuff we can find in that. This is also to 25. Contenders is always highly anticipated by me, anyway, and has some of the best resale values. I mean, obviously, National Treasures and Impeccable and some of those clearly have excellent resale value. But as far as a more affordable set that has base cards and other inserts and things with it, Contenders usually has a pretty good selling price for stuff. So this is to 25 on that nice little Lonzo ball. So we usually have room to pull some nice stuff out of Contenders at a reasonable price point. That's the moral of the story there. All right, guys, that is going to bring us back to the spreadsheet. So let me get, well, first I got to do one little hot thing here. I need to go back. I go back and fix this because that's bugging me. All right. Yeah, sometimes I can't stand it. I got to go fix some stuff. That was one of those times that I had to switch that Panini website back to its regular start point for the checklist because it was bugging me where it was sitting. So next up, 6 boxes of 2017 Panini Contenders football. This is a half case break. It is break number 1. It just came out today, just like the Absolute Basketball did. Our end date today, 12/29. Our live stream schedule was also tonight. We've been rolling for a little bit here. Team names are on the left, winning bidders across from it on the right-hand side. So take a moment to figure out your team if you don't remember which ones you had, and say a little incantation to the powers that be in the universe, or however you want to handle it. Basically, ask for some good luck from the universe that we hit what you're looking for. It's kind of what I'm saying. So as you know, Contenders is a 12-box case. Since we are opening only half of this case, here's how I work that. I take all of the boxes out of here. I'm going to number them on the end, and then we'll put 1 through 12 in random, and random will tell us which 6 we're going to open tonight versus which 6 we will open in the next break, which is probably tomorrow night. Can't remember for sure where I have the next one of everything, but I think most of it's tomorrow night. And I don't right now have anything breaking on Sunday, but I would like to break those 4 cases of Totally Certified. If we can make any progress moving through some of the rest of those teams, I would gladly throw the rest of them up on a one-day auction, just pay the upcharge, put them on a one-day auction on eBay, and have them end on Sunday and crack into that Sunday afternoon before we all go out to get our New Year's Eve started. But that's going to just depend on how many of the teams I can find a home for between now and then. All right, so we're going to roll back over here to random, and as I mentioned, I'm going to put 1 through 12 in here, and I'll just hit random one time. Whatever the first 6 numbers are that come up, that will be the corresponding boxes that we open tonight. The rest will be held back to go in the next break. So it gives us 12, 4, 7, 11, 6, and 9. So in an order I can try to remember that. That is 4, 6, 7, 9, 11, 12. 4, 6, 7, 9, 11, 12. All right. So there's our 4 and our 6, our 7 and our 9, and it was 11, 12, right? Well, I better double check that. Let's just double check that. 4, 6, 7, 9, 11, 12. Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure, not that it necessarily matters. I mean, it's completely random anyway, and it would be completely random if I just reached in there and picked out 6 boxes. But in the interest of full transparency, I prefer to do it that way. And sometimes if you have a case hit or something, it can definitely come into play. So that's just the way I do it. Now we will find, this is another one of those Panini kind of interesting ways they do things. Either 5 or 6 autographs per box. They don't tell you which. It is 5 or 6. And as always, it is, quote, on average, unquote, meaning they can replace one of the hits with a rewards point card if they want to. And sometimes they do. Everything out of here, all cards ship. I kind of toyed with the idea of not shipping the veterans because it would make it so much easier, and I could have probably done full case breaks instead of half case breaks if I weren't trying to send every single card out of every single box. But then, you know, I know people like to do set building and other things, so I ultimately decided to just go ahead and leave it as all cards ship, and there you have it. So, because it's hard to decide, really. Because sometimes people don't want the base cards at all. Then other people do want the base cards. And some people think they don't want the base cards until you tell them, like, yeah, I'm not going to send the base cards. And then all of a sudden they do want them because they feel like something's taken away from them. Even though they didn't want them before. Do you know what I mean? So I've seen that happen in breaks, where the seller will have listed in the auction that base cards don't ship. So you know it when you bid. But then he would say in the live stream, he would just remind people that base cards don't ship. And invariably, there'd be a few people be like, oh, yeah, I really kind of want mine. Will you still send me mine? And so, of course, he would say yes and whatever and take their information and go on and send it to them. But I guess it's possible they just didn't read it originally. But I think it's equally possible that they just decided, oh, I paid for it, I want it. Whether they kind of do or don't want base cards. So, I don't know. Anyway, that was just filling time till we got the cards out of the pack. So now it's time to keep going. We'll find a number of inserts in here. That is an MVP contender for OBJ. Of course, our base cards in here are the ones that say season ticket. I'm sure you know that. Carlos Henderson for the Broncos, first out, and a nice low number to 25 on a championship ticket to get things started. So, Broncos on the board with a nice one, first hit out of the box. And while I'm thinking about it, guys, you're going to see me periodically pick up the pile of stuff that we've already looked at, and I'm going to move it off to the right. And there is a mat over there as well. That's what I use for sorting. So when you see me move it, don't panic. It still stays on a mat. I just don't like the work area to be super full. Championship ticket, Brian Hoyer for the 49ers. So find all these little advertising cards. If anybody wants any of those, if you need one, the 18% off codes or the Kid Reporter codes, let me know. Be happy to type one out for you. A little Rookie of the Year contender for Alvin Kamara for the Saints. Excuse me. I do cough into my elbow, guys, not onto my hand, so don't worry. And I also turn my head, so As many of you know, I'm coming on the back side of a little illness that my sister brought home as an extra Christmas gift. So, still working through that, but definitely better. Oh, LL Breaks, your low sell from last night. Oh, cool. See, I didn't recognize that you were the same person. It takes me a minute sometimes. Rookie ticket, Jacob Hollister for the Patriots. Like, I don't remember ever pulling Jacob Hollister out of anything all year long, but hey, there he is for right now. So, round numbers, we'll have to set those aside because, as you see, there's 2 different teams on them. So, and the cards that you see flying by, obviously, those are the advertising cards. I show them to you before I shoot them off into the pile over there. But just in case anybody's wondering what or where, that's the deal. Calvin Johnson, Legendary Contenders insert. Another Rookie of the Year contender, that one, Dalvin Cook. A redemption, we're going to set it aside. I'm going to hold you in suspense for that one. I know, the Cats did good today, didn't they? For basketball, anyway. Not so much for football, but for basketball, yeah. MVP contender Carson Wentz. That's the thing about my little young Cats basketball team. They have the potential to be really, really good, but they also have the potential to be kind of sloppy and crazy sometimes because they're young. So I was happy to see that they managed to get it together today and have a nice little win there. So I was happy about that. And of course, always against Louisville, right? I'm like always going to be happy about that. Football game, disappointing, obviously. But I think the most disappointing part of that, I don't know if you guys watched any of that, Northwestern versus Kentucky. If you're not a fan of one of those 2 programs, I'm going to guess you probably didn't watch it. Not a lot of reason to, unless you're a fan of one of those 2 programs. But our top running back, Benny Snell, great kid, goes down, gets tackled. I don't know, a bunch of Northwestern players around him, a handful, 3 or 4 anyway, you know, got popped pretty good. So as he's getting ready to get up, a ref goes over there and kind of like extends his arms in the direction of Benny, i.e. like he wants to help him get up or something. So Benny kind of grabs the guy's forearms as in, you know, to be pulled up or whatever, and then, I don't know, doesn't want to or realizes he doesn't want help up or doesn't need help up. I don't know. Anyway, he removes his hands and kind of indicates, never mind, he doesn't need the help. Desmond King, rookie ticket for the Chargers. So as soon as he does that, like basically, no, it's okay, I don't need the help kind of thing, the ref throws the flag, gives him unsportsmanlike conduct, and ejects him from the game for contact with an official. I was like, seriously, dude? You walked over to him, put your arms out like you're going to help him up, and now you're ejecting him from the game. It was awful. That is for the Buffalo Bills rookie ticket, Matt Milano. Team quads for the Patriots. So yeah, obviously that made us all super unhappy. Rookie ticket, Ben, is that Bolware for the Panthers. Doesn't it seem like we've had more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? I guess not. The redemption makes 6. I guess they weren't lying. 5 or 6. And our redemption is, drum roll, Jamal Williams. Okay, well, at least it's a variation. Rookie ticket variation, RPS. So we'll checklist verify that one. We'll set it. Actually, I may as well set it over here and remind me to do it. Set it with our round numbers. And box 1 is in the books. Yeah, LL Break says it sounds like John Higgins was refereeing football. Yeah, there's a referee. If you guys don't follow college basketball, some of you may, some of you may not, but there was a referee in a game with UK that there were some, we'll call them questionable calls. And a bunch of them. And afterwards, this was really bad. Some of the UK fans started sending the guy death threats and going on. He owned a business as well. I forget what type of business it was, but like plumbing or carpentry or something like that, where it's a service business, but where you would expect or you would want good reviews and things like that. So not only were people giving him death threats, they were going on to Yelp and things and writing terrible reviews and stuff for his company. It was really kind of sad. I mean, the guy did do a terrible job, okay? And there were some bad calls. But I was disappointed that our fan base did that sort of stuff in retaliation. I just don't think that's the right way to respond. But anyway, that's the reference that LL Breaks was making. Oh, he says it's a roofing business. Okay, I couldn't remember what type it was, but yeah, so that's what he means when he says it sounds like John Higgins was refereeing a football game. There were definitely some calls that did not go our way today, but that one, the ejecting Benny Snell from the game, and this was pretty early on, first quarter maybe, or early in the second quarter. Even the announcers were like, oh, come on, that is just not right. The guy, I don't know what that ref was thinking, but anyway, they're the ones with the striped shirts and the whistles, so the rest of us just have to go on about our business and take what they dish out, basically. Saints are up. Marshawn Lattimore. Rookie ticket sticker auto. Couple more advertising cards there. Another round numbers, which we'll have to set aside to do something with by way of random. Yeah, you're right. It was a big chunk of our offensive production for UK to lose Benny. That was rough. But honestly, it wouldn't have mattered whether it was a really good player or not a really good player. The point of the matter is, if you're the ref, why do you go over there and extend your arm and then whistle and flag the guy for contact with a referee? That just doesn't make sense. Corey Clement. Sticker auto. Eagles. Rookie ticket. But oh well, it's not the first bad call I've ever seen. It certainly won't be the last. And I've never tried to do that job. I expect it's pretty hard. My dad did used to referee some basketball, women's basketball. He did. And, you know, it's harder. It's harder than it looks to us on the couch, I guess. But especially in the days before. Actually, it might have been easier in the days before instant replay because people could speculate if you've made a bad call, but they couldn't necessarily definitively prove it. But yeah, now they can. Rookie ticket, Quincy Wilson for the Colts. But truly, I think we're almost to the point of overkill with the replay as well. It's in so much detail now that ridiculous calls are being made in some cases. How about a little Pirine on card autograph for the Redskins? It's a nice hit. Yeah, I think it's kind of gone almost too far in the opposite direction at this point, especially as it relates to the catch rule and the surviving the ground and all that. I mean, not just the call that went against my Steelers the other week, but there have been several calls throughout the year that really are not calls that I think are good ones in regard to that catch rule. Playoff ticket, Robert Kelly to 249 for the Skins. Actually, we should set... Let me just start a little pile for those playoff tickets. Let me sort there were just the two. That way we can recap those if we want to. Whoops. Another redemption. I haven't seen any breaks of this yet, so I don't know who all our possibilities are for redemptions. So I don't know if we should be super jazzed about seeing a redemption or not as much. But we're about to find out who one other possibility is. TJ Watt. Boom. My Steelers. Have a little rookie ticket for Mr. TJ Watt. I'm loving it. Oh, and there's Nicholas Bowers saying right about that time, hey, Watt and Connor are both redemptions. Well, you probably typed it in before that, but I just now saw it, So there we go. I like hitting that, of course. Any black and gold hits are good hits for me. And I guess for whoever owns the Steelers would feel the same way. Or whoever has the Steelers in this break, I should say. I love contenders. I kind of should have. That's excellent English, isn't it? I think I should have bought more than what I did buy. And I actually tried to buy a little bit more than I did buy, but I had ordered it from one place and then I decided I wanted a little bit more and they had already designated where all of theirs was going to go. So then I went back to another place where I order, and they still had some. So I was like, oh, great, throw me in for a couple cases. Sure, no problem. And I think I have them, so I don't look anywhere else. And then, don't you know, that I didn't get the 2 cases. He's like, oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, we didn't have enough. Oh, man. So now I have a couple cases less than what I wanted, but we still have a few cases to open, and I'm going to try to round up some more next week. Yeah, Nicholas, I didn't think you had the Steelers tonight, so that's all right. You can get them the next break. Steelers rookies have been coming out at a pretty good clip out of most products. We've got a good rookie class this year, and Panini's done a pretty good job of representing them in reasonable numbers and things. So I think overall it's been relatively easy to pull Steelers this year. Well, I'm glad that you did stop by to check it out and say, hey, I always appreciate the company, whether you are in the break or not. I'm always glad to have you hang out with me. Anybody that wants to hang out, always welcome. For the Cardinals, TJ Logan, rookie ticket. Sticker auto. When you're saying better than the last couple of years, do you mean the card design? Or you mean the number of Steelers? I bet you mean the number of Steelers in the product. Or maybe you mean the rookie class. This is numbered to 99 on Aaron Donald for the Rams. NFL Inc. Also a sticker auto. And if you mean the rookie class, I definitely agree. It's a strong rookie class for the Steelers. And if you mean the amount that they are in the product, I would mostly agree with that too. I mean, there was a decent amount last year of Artie Burns and Sean Davis, but once you got outside of those two, it was a little rougher. Deshaun Jackson, championship ticket to 99 for the Bucks. It has been expensive to get into breaks this year in many instances because, well, A, we have more than one good rookie, so that always helps push the price. B, the Steelers have a solid fan base that bids, myself included, even when we don't have great rookie years. So you have some kind of built-in competition in that regard on just about any year. And then on top of that, we've got Juju Smith-Schuster, who's having an amazing year and looks like he's going to be the real deal. So that also, of course, going to push the prices. Corey Clement for the Eagles. So yeah, it has been expensive getting the Steelers this year. Another redemption. We're having a little redemption party, aren't we? I'm just setting the inserts off in a different stack. If you wonder where they're going, because every once in a while somebody will want to recap some of that. Chris Wormley for the Baltimore Ravens. And I think the Baltimore Ravens sold for $4.99 tonight, if I'm remembering correctly. So they at least got their money's worth. Fournette and McCaffrey round numbers. I know it's rough that I make you wait on that redemption, isn't it? It's kind of that that factor of like wanting to flip it over immediately, yet I know I drag it out and make you wait. I think it's more fun. Chris Godwin for the Bucks, rookie ticket, and that is on card. I had to double check that, but yeah, it's on card. Oh, yeah, I agree, definitely. You know, it's never inexpensive to buy the Steelers, but yeah, this year has been, as you say, crazy in terms of the amount of competition to get the Steelers in any given break. But that's all right. I'm happy to have that and have a nice, good rookie class. So how about not one TJ Watt, but two TJ Watt? Yeah, you got another one out of there, Steelers. Had a feeling this was going to be a decent Steelers half case. In fact, I was talking to a friend of mine right before the break and saying I had been trying to buy the Steelers in some other contenders breaks today and kept getting outbid, and was hoping that I would get the one that I have in Sniper while I'm doing this break. And I said, I have a feeling that Steelers are going to do well in my break. And she's like, really? Yeah, I don't know. I just have a feeling that they're going to. And sure enough, off to a good start. But, you know, as TJ Watt probably, well, if he turns out to be as good if he is consistently as good as he has been this year, his card values will probably be okay. You know, because JJ's card values, his brother, the Texans, are good. But a lot of times with defensive players, it's hard. Their card values just don't go as high, even when they're excellent players. Unless they are really marquee names like JJ is. And so obviously there's others, but it seems like so much of the market is driven by the value of the cards of the offensive players that you don't get as much value on the defensive side. Yeah, Thump. Maybe that's what's happening. Nicholas is bidding on them all, and then I'm bidding on them all, and then between the two of us, neither one of us are getting it, but the prices are going up. That could be, I don't know. Of course, I don't bid on every single Steelers one. I have a handful of people that I like to break with, so I usually look for one of theirs and try to hit one of theirs, and occasionally I'll branch out and try somebody new as well, but most of the ones that I would break with on a regular or semi-regular basis know that if it ends at a certain time of night, I'm probably doing a break, and Therefore, I'm not going to see it and know to get them the payment right away. So they're usually okay with that, and it just makes life easier. Playoff ticket, Jordy Nelson to 249 for the pack. Otherwise, if I get somebody new, I have to try to remember to tell them, hey, if this ends after such and such time, I'll probably be in my break, and I will pay you, but you might have to wait on me. Kareem Hunt to 199 for the Chiefs on the Rookie of the Year contender. I'm assuming you saw somewhere along the way on the news today that Andrew Luck says he's going to start throwing next week, and he does not expect there to be any more surgery on his shoulder. So, of course, didn't he say that at the first of the season too? Kind of think so, but anyway, that's the word on the street, so we'll see what happens. Oh, Nicholas, you are going to be buying a car this summer for your wife. Well, that definitely slows down the flow of brakes. I feel you on that. Anytime we've got big extra expenses, to slow down a little bit on some of our extra activities. Jabril Peppers for the Browns, sticker auto, rookie ticket. And if I would sell some of them, I'd probably be okay. That's my problem. I get them and I keep them. And especially the Steelers, and even if they're duplicates, sometimes I still just keep them all. So, yeah, I need to start selling some of them, and then that would help me finance some other stuff. This is /49 playoff ticket, sticker auto for Shaquill Griffin for the Seahawks. So I definitely, and you know, a lot of people just do it for extra money too. They buy the teams that are that have good resale value and whatnot, and then they sell the hits or the extra hits and things. And I think some people probably make pretty good money doing that. But I know better than to try it, because I would end up just keeping it. I'd be like, oh yeah, I like that, I want to keep it. No, I can't do that. Marlon Humphrey, Ravens with a second hit. That is a sticker auto. So the Ravens doing all right for their $4.99 with a couple of hits. Kenny Golladay, on-card auto for the Lions, a rookie ticket. I need to get some more sleeves out of here. Nicholas, what kind of truck did you buy over the summer? Oh, I hear cat something going on down there. That little kitten's probably about ready to get his tail kicked by one of the older cats again. Gosh, he is... I'm not kidding, you guys. He is seriously the most ADD kitten I have ever seen in my life. That's probably what happened to him. He probably wasn't even a stray. He was probably living with somebody, and they said, oh, this cat is making me crazy, and they just put him outside. And then he wandered over here somehow to my house, and then there you go. $700 later, he's healthy and destroying my house. A 2017 Silverado Crew Cab. That sounds nice. When my grandfather was alive, it's been a long, long time ago. My grandfather on my dad's side's been gone for many years. But when he was alive, he had a Chevy truck that, I swear, that thing was indestructible. You could do, and that was back in the days, of course, before bedliners and crew cabs and all that stuff. It was just an old blue Chevy workhorse truck. And my grandfather just used it all the time. He was a farmer. He used it all the time out on the farm, and we would periodically borrow it to move stuff and whatever, and to try to teach my sister how to drive a stick shift, and that did not go well. And other assorted things, but I have fond memories of Chevy trucks as a result of that. Well, there are lots of packs to open here, but we're cutting a path through it. We're making pretty good progress. If you didn't happen to be logged on earlier when I was talking about shipping, I anticipate that what we are breaking tonight will ship on Tuesday, keeping in mind there is no mail service on Monday because that's the holiday. Mike Evans, Tampa Bay Bucks, cracked ice to 25. Season ticket, cracked ice. So Tuesday is when I'm anticipating that this is going to roll out the door. And then, of course, we'll be opening more of this. I really kind of think there's more of it scheduled tomorrow night, Saturday night. Pretty sure there is. And then there'll be, of course, more next week, and probably even more than that down the road. I just got to round a little more up. Oh, and your first case of optic break that you were in, you got a one of one, Ben Roethlisberger insert, one of the AKA Big Bens. A one of one, nice. Nice little hit. How about a Marlon Mack to 199, Rookie of the Year contender on-card auto for the Colts. Man, there's a lot of those round numbers. We're going to divvy those up by way of random.org at the end of the break, along with that rewards point and some other things. Marlon Mack again for the Colts on card auto. Because why have one Marlon Mack when you could have a whole bunch of them? Because did we pull him again earlier as well, possibly? That means another one of our hits got popped, because there's another rewards point card. So, boo. Thanks, Panini, for replacing our hits with rewards points cards. We don't like that. At least I don't. Some people don't seem to mind it. I, however, am not a fan. Unless they're the big ones, like 1,500 point ones that you can sell for money. Outside of that, yeah, not so much. Spectra and Absolute were the best for you. Spectra, I love to open Spectra. It's always, it's just in short supply, it seems like most of the time. You can never buy as much as you want to buy. And then basically what happens is it's kind of expensive to start with. It's not cheap. And you get whatever they'll give you. And then the day it comes out, they'll tell you can't have any more. Then the very day it comes out, all of a sudden, oh, they've got a bunch more, but it's like 30% higher than it was priced at pre-order. Jake Butt, that's a sticker auto for the Broncos. So basically, they get a certain amount from Panini, and then they take that number and decide this is how much we're willing to sell at the price that it should be sold for, the pre-order price. And then this is how much we're going to hold back and jack up the price, make more money on. And that's basically what they do. So then they don't give you nearly as much as you asked by. And you have to go back and pay for the rest at a lot higher price, or you just don't get it, one or the other. Josh Harvey Clemens to 99 for the Redskins, playoff ticket, and a sticker auto if I did not say that. I was a little distracted because I don't know that I know who Josh Harvey Clemens is. Anybody? Anybody know who that is? Like, I don't remember hearing anything about that rookie or seeing that rookie. I don't know. That doesn't ring any sort of bells with me at all. What position does he play? Does it say on here? Oh, he's a defensive player. Okay, that's why. See, I told you. There you go. Defensive players, we don't know them too much anymore. Classics, you got 3 straight half in 3 straight half cases. You got a 1 of 1 Big Ben, a 1 of 1. Oh, Mean Joe Green, for real? And then a Rocky. Nice. You had a nice little run there. I like classics. I didn't. Oh, Ben and Joe were base cards. Okay. Well, still, that's nice. I didn't break as much classics this year as I do sometimes because it didn't do very well for me. I mean, I didn't lose like a zillion dollars, but I probably lost, I don't know, a couple hundred maybe on the case. So I didn't break much of it, even though I enjoy breaking it. I think the price has gone down a little bit from the pre-order price, so that's usually what happens if they have some left and then they don't sell it at some kind of weird jacked up price in a month or 2, 3 down the road. They'll knock the price back down. So I've been toying with picking up some more classics or picking up some prestige or some of that. Just haven't quite decided. Of course, I'm also toying around with picking up more Optic than what I already have on hand because I really do like to break it. And it has gone up in price as well. It's like 100 and something more a case right now than it was before. And it'll probably go up again before they sell out of it. But that's just how it works. They price it however they can. They certainly don't ever lose money on it, but the rest of us do from time to time. But that's the hazard of having this as a hobby, right? I'd say so. D'Angelo Henderson, Broncos /99 playoff ticket. Haven't looked at those two yet. So what's going to happen with all these round numbers is I will go to random and I'll put in left side of the card or right side of the card, and I'll hit random 3 times. First 2 won't count, third one will, and if it says right side of the card, well, obviously it'll go to whatever team's on the right side of each of those cards. If it says left side, it'll go to the teams on the left. That's how we're going to handle that little stack. Raheem Mostert for the 49ers. Actually meant to buy some more 2013 contenders the other day. Somebody had it at a decent price, and as you know, I've broken it a few times, and I like breaking 2013 stuff because it's Le'Veon Bell's rookie year. And I forgot to get it. Now the price has gone back up. LL Breaks, you're out of here. All right, well, we will see you the next time. I definitely, man, jump into an absolute break. I've got at least a couple more listed already. Maybe more than that. I don't know. But hopefully we'll catch you on one of those then. This is to 249 playoff ticket Devontae Adams for the Packers. And Didn't they just today re-sign Davante Adams to a long-term deal? Or did I dream that? I think they did. He's been good for them. Bears, you're happy because here comes Mitch Trubisky on card auto for you. Rookie ticket. Nice hit for the Bears. And rookie ticket for Duke Riley, Falcons. Closing in on the last of it for tonight, anyway. Tre'Davious White, that is a nice one for the Buffalo Bills. Rookie ticket sticker auto. Of course, before we wrap up tonight, we've got a few little housekeeping things to take care of, which will be the distribution of our round numbers cards that I mentioned earlier. We also have those couple of redemptions to go look up on the checklist. And then we've also got to distribute the Panini rewards points. So we've got actually quite a bit of housekeeping to do here at the end. So first thing we'll do is go look these up. I'm going to give you a look at these before I switch the screen. So on the Jamal Williams, we have the rookie ticket variation RPS. And then we have 2 TJ Watt rookie tickets, which I expect will be just base unnumbered because it doesn't say anything otherwise. But we're going to roll over here to the Panini website and take a look, and it will tell us if they do have any kind of numbering. That's one thing I like that Panini does that Topps does not do. Topps doesn't tell you what it's going to be numbered to. Of course, generally speaking, I guess you also kind of know, but where is, I don't want draft picks. Where's regular, do they have it listed? They must have it listed under playoff contenders. That's weird. Why do I not, am I just overlooking this, guys? Am I blind? I see contenders, draft picks. I'm in 2017. I'm in football, but this isn't draft picks. Huh. That's weird. Is it just not here? I guess it's not there. Huh. That is odd. Well, wonder why it's not there. Did I look at, I don't think I looked at the name wrong. I just think they don't have it in the checklist yet. That's so strange. So, well, that's all right, I guess. I kind of wanted to know at least what some of these were going to be numbered to, but let's see if anything tells me. No, not really. So, all right. Well, anyway, it's not going to tell us on the checklist, but I know that TJ Watt is a Steeler, and even though the checklist is a formality, for sure TJ Watt is a Steeler. I should put the S on there. And for sure Jamal Williams is a Packer. We know that too. And those are in sleeves, so I didn't write on your redemption. I wrote on the sleeve. Now we've got these 2 rewards points. Same thing. Going to put them in a sleeve so I can write on it. And I'm going to copy and paste all of our team names from the spreadsheet. We're going to paste them into random.org. And I'm only going to hit random one time for that, guys, because there's 32 teams. There's plenty in there to mix it up with. I don't think that we have really any need to go to random multiple times. So I'm going to paste them in here. We'll go to random one time, and since both of those are 250 points cards, The first one will go to the first team that you see at the top of the list after we randomize, and the second one will go to the second team. You can see everybody got dropped in there. Here we go. And it comes up as Colts and Bills. So let me take care of that. Colts and Bills. And then that brings us to these. Of course, all of these round numbers, they've got two different teams on them. So once again, I'm going to be putting into random left team and right team. So if random chooses left, for instance, this card would go to the Falcons. If random were to choose right, this card would go to the Cardinals. So that's what we're doing. Just so everybody knows, because there's way too many of those to go do anything with individually. Basically, unless we're only talking about like two things, if it's 3, 4, 5 or something, I always am going to do it like this. This I'm going to hit 3 different times. The first 2 do not count. So first one doesn't count. Second one doesn't count. Third and final does. And that comes up the left side of the card. And you'll see on there where it says we've randomized 3 times and hour, date, and timestamp. I'm going to put just the first one of these into a sleeve so that I can circle the left side of the card, and that will remind me how to do the rest of them. Once again, that's on the sleeve, not the card. So we'll take a quick little flip through this. That will be Falcons, Eagles, Browns, Titans, Bucks, Broncos, Skins, Jets, Chiefs, Lions, Vikings, Niners, Jets, Jags, Boys, Panthers, Bears, Giants, Eagles, Bears, Vikes, Panthers, Chiefs. So that's how those are going to roll out the door to you. Our recap here starting now. That is 249 playoff ticket for the Packers, a cracked ice season ticket to 25 for the Bucks, a playoff ticket to 249 Packers, championship ticket to 99 for the Bucks, championship ticket to 99 for the 49ers, and a playoff ticket to 249 for the Redskins. Our 2 rewards points cards that replaced 2 hits. Random awarded 1 to the Colts and the other to the Bills. Our redemptions, Jamal Williams for the Packers. So I don't know what that's going to be number 2 because the Panini website didn't have the checklist up yet. TJ Watt for the Steelers and TJ Watt again for the Steelers. And then we have Tre'Davious White for the Bills. Duke Riley, Falcons. Mitch Trubisky, Bears. Raheem Mostert, whichever it is, for the 49ers. D'Angelo Henderson for the Broncos. Josh Harvey was it Clemens? Josh Harvey Clemens, yeah, for the Redskins. Jake Butt, Broncos. Marlon Mack, Colts. Kenny G for the Lions. Marlon Humphrey, Ravens, playoff ticket to 49, Shaquill Griffin, Seahawks. Jabril Peppers, Browns. Chris Godwin, Bucks. Chris Wormley, Ravens. Corey Clement, Eagles. Aaron Donald, Rams. TJ Logan, Cardinals. Samaje Perine, Redskins. Quincy Wilson, Colts. Corey Clement, Eagles. Marshawn Lattimore, Saints. Ben Boulware for the Panthers. Matt Milano for the Bills. Desmond King, Chargers. Jacob Hollister, Patriots. And a championship ticket, Carlos Henderson, to 25 for the Broncos. Once again, if you did not hear me say it earlier, I expect this will ship out on Tuesday. There is no mail service on Monday because it is New Year's Day. And outside of that, thank you, everybody. Always appreciate you bidding with me and breaking with me and dropping by to say hi and keep me company and chat and all that kind of stuff. We will be back at it tomorrow night. There's plenty more contenders to open, and Optic football, and Absolute basketball, and Bowman's Best baseball, and all kinds of other stuff. So hopefully I will see you again on another break going forward. And in the meantime, have a great rest of your weekend. I hope you have a safe and happy New Year's if I don't see you again. And that's it for tonight. So thanks again, guys. Bye-bye.